I'm Naya, 33, and I paid for the wedding I wasn't invited to attend. My mother said it in passing, like it was weather. Only immediate family this time. I didn't ask who counted as immediate. I already knew I didn't. My niece stopped chewing when she heard it. My sister smiled too fast. My father kept staring at his plate like it had instructions written on it. The invitation list was on the table. Printed. Gold font. My name wasn't on it. But the deposit had already been charged to my card 2 weeks earlier. Nobody said thank you. Nobody ever really had to. For 7 years, I had been the quiet structure under everything. The rent for my parents' duplex in Lekki. The school fees for my niece. The hospital bills when my father's blood pressure spiked. The small contributions, for birthdays, that somehow always became expensive events. I called it being the responsible one. That night, I folded the invitation back into its envelope and said nothing. My mother mistook silence for acceptance. She always did. By the time I got home, my phone had already started vibrating. Group chat, family unit. My sister had sent a screenshot of decor options. Budget should be fine, Naya will handle. Nobody asked me. They never did in writing. Only in assumption. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I opened my banking app and looked at the standing instructions. Everything was still running. Like I was still willing. Like I hadn't already started disappearing. People think being the successful one in a Nigerian family means respect. What it actually means is access. Access to your salary. Access to your guilt. Access to your silence. I was a senior analyst at a logistics firm in Lagos Island. I worked late, spoke in numbers, solved problems for people who never called me except when something broke. At home, I was worse. I was the emergency fund. I was the backup plan. I was the one who will understand. I always understood. That was the problem. The first real fracture happened at Christmas. My niece, Aisha, 11, was given a gift bag. Inside, cheap slippers and a reused gift card. My sister's son got a gaming headset. My mother said, "Boys are different." Aisha didn't complain. She just asked me later, very quietly, "Auntie, did I do something wrong?" I told her no too quickly. That night, I didn't sleep. I opened a spreadsheet I had never shown anyone. It wasn't even dramatic at first. Just rows. School fees. Rent. Transport. Medical. Events. Miscellaneous. But the further I went back, the less it looked like support. And the more it looked like ownership. My phone rang the next morning. My mother. Sweet voice. Careful voice. The voice she used when she needed money without asking for it. "Naya, the caterer is requesting balance for the engagement dinner. They said Friday." I looked at the amount. Then I looked at the invitation on my table. Then I asked something I had never asked before. Who invited me? Silence. Then a soft laugh. Don't start that now. It's just logistics. You know how families are. Yes. I knew. That was the problem. That afternoon, I did something small. I removed my card from the wedding vendor portal. Then the utility transfer. Each one was simple. Each one felt illegal, even though it wasn't. Like I was breaking an agreement nobody ever signed, but everyone benefited from. By evening, I was done in 11 minutes. 7 years of responsibility. 11 minutes to stop it. I sat there waiting for panic. It didn't come. What came instead was quiet. The kind I wasn't used to. My sister called first. Not to ask. To complain. The school just sent a reminder. Naya, did something happen with your card? I said, yes. She laughed like I was joking. What do you mean yes? I removed it. A pause. Then, for what? They didn't think I could refuse. Not emotionally. Not financially. Not structurally. I was not a person to them. I was infrastructure. By the third day, messages changed tone. From casual requests to urgency. From assumptions to panic. Then finally, accusation. You're embarrassing us. You want the wedding to fail. This is childish. My father didn't call until Sunday. He never called unless my mother told him to. His voice was tired. Confused. Like someone reading a script they didn't understand. Your mother says you've stopped everything. Yes. She says you are punishing the family. I'm not punishing anyone. A pause. Then softer. Then why are you doing this? That was the only question that almost broke me. Not because I didn't have an answer. Because I did. I just didn't know how long I'd been avoiding it. The answer came 2 days later. Not from me. From Aisha. She sent me a picture by mistake. A wedding seating chart. Printed. Laminated. Color-coded. My sister's handwriting at the top. Table A, immediate family. My parents. My sister. Her husband. Her children. Me? Not listed. Not even as staff. Just, absent. A second later, she sent a voice note. She didn't realize I could hear the adults talking in the background. My mother. She's difficult. Don't stress her. She always comes back when she cools down. My sister. She just likes attention. She'll pay. And then my niece, whispering. But Auntie Naya is the one paying for everything. Silence. Then someone turned off the audio. That night, I opened my laptop again. Not to fix. Not to negotiate. To calculate. For the first time, I didn't round down. I rounded up everything. Every transfer. Every small help. Every silent emergency. When I finished, the number didn't feel real. It felt like someone else's story. I wrote one line at the bottom of the file. This was never support. It was dependency disguised as love. Then I closed it. The wedding was 5 days away when my mother called again. Her voice was different now. Careful. Lower. Almost kind. Naya, we may have overreacted. We? A pause. Then she continued quickly. You know how your sister is. Emotions. You shouldn't take it personally. I didn't respond. She sighed. We just need the payment to go through. After that, we can talk properly. That sentence told me everything. They still thought I was the system. Just temporarily offline. So I did the only thing left. I sent the final message. I won't be funding anything anymore. Not weddings. Not school. Not family expenses. Please redirect all future costs accordingly. No insults. No explanation. Just an ending. Then I turned my phone off. The wedding day came like noise without my permission. I wasn't there. But I heard everything later. From cousins. From neighbors. From Aisha, who sent me messages she probably wasn't supposed to send. The caterer arrived. No payment cleared. Decor company refused setup. Photographers waited an hour and left. Guests began asking quiet questions no one wanted to answer out loud. Who was handling payments? That question changed everything. Because for years, there had been no answer. Just me. By evening, the truth had started circulating. Not dramatically. Not loudly. Just clearly. I was the one paying. I was also not there. And suddenly, the structure collapsed in a way nobody could redirect. My mother reportedly kept smiling until she couldn't. My sister reportedly stopped answering calls. My father reportedly sat alone for a long time. And Aisha? She sat outside the hall and ate cake from a paper plate she wasn't officially given. My mother. No apology. Just disbelief. You humiliated us. Then my sister. You've destroyed everything over pride. And finally my father, quieter than I'd ever heard him. I think we didn't see you properly. That one stayed. Not because it fixed anything. Because it confirmed it. Weeks passed. Then something unexpected happened. Silence. No requests. No emergencies. No assumptions. At first it felt wrong. Then it felt expensive. Then it felt like breathing again. Aisha still calls me sometimes. Not to ask for money. Just to talk. About school. About food. About things that don't require rescue. People think the dramatic part is the ending. It isn't. The dramatic part is realizing how long you were only loved when you were useful. And how quickly that love disappears when usefulness stops. I didn't ruin a wedding. I didn't destroy a family. I just stopped being the payment method for both. And somehow, that was enough for everything to fall into place. If you've ever been the one everyone calls but nobody protects, you already understand why I stopped answering.